I was thinking this morning about the expanded level of awareness that happens when we are expanded, because I was noticing that everything thrives on a story, and even intimacy or our jobs or our life, everything in our life has some sort of story related to it. And I've noticed this chain of stories as time has gone on. I've been noticing that there's a story for this and there's a story for that. And it's like we create these stories, so we're absolutely in control of all these stories that we have going on. But in an expanded state, I was noticing that my concerns about certain things were just at a different level. I didn't feel like it was I've just noticed that ever since I've experienced expansion, and really identified it, that I haven't noticed stresses the same. Stresses are like a game I'm playing, just like sitting at a table playing Monopoly with the family, or cover your assets or something, and you're sitting there and you're stressing a little bit because you're losing, and it's like I'm sitting back and aware now at that point in the game and as well as in life as to, oh, wow, this is really a game that I've set up the rules of my stress, and like I've set up the rules of success and failure. And it's just so interesting that the expanded state, it's almost like the stresses can't hit the deeper surface, the deeper levels, I mean. It's almost like I know that I'm really everywhere. I feel myself everywhere. I feel myself immense. I feel myself in my fellow opponents, I guess, in the Monopoly game. I feel myself one with the people I work with in our business and so on. I feel all these things, this oneness with all that. I feel one with money. I feel, and consequently, we've done much better because of that, and it's like, I was just sitting there thinking about how even like intimacy, for example, and everything thrives on a story. But go out and talk to a tree, or the flowers hanging on your porch or your deck, or a plant in the house, or your dog. And they don't have a story. They are living in an expanded state. Their complete existence is in expansion. So they have no story. So we can see, that's really what we're like. That's really what it's like to be expanded. I just identified this recently. I've always had a deal with getting blood drawn or getting shots or whatever. And I was noticing yesterday, as I was getting my blood drawn for the physical, and I told the lady when I got there, I said, yeah, I usually have a problem with needles. I don't faint, but I don't like it, right? I'm kind of a whiner. And I remembered back not that long ago, I had a surgery, and I had the opportunity. I was alone, so my wife couldn't be there, so I had to take care of myself, and so I went to kind of an expanded state that I was familiar with at that point, and just went into that and just felt myself completely. In other words, this time I did that. I kind of copied that, only more developed. And I went into this state when she before she put the needle in, I said, don't worry, I'm just going to try something. And she goes, okay, let me know how it goes, right? So I went into my expanded state. And it was interesting to watch the difference in the levels, There was the level of expansion where that needle didn't matter. It's almost like it wasn't even happening. I knew it was happening because I was watching it happen, but it wasn't happening to me at a stress, deep level, like I wasn't feeling threatened. As I felt so everywhere, so expanded, so in touch with everything. It was just beautiful. And I thought, wow, this really works. So more on that later, more on the intimacy stuff later, but thoughts for now.